Netflix and Pearl Studios' The Monkey King is a bad, bad, bad movie. Oh my god. Netflix animation, more often than not, you do something really special with your movies that sets you apart from DreamWorks and Disney, and I love you for that. I do. But then sometimes I get the hint that Netflix will almost accept any sort of thing, give it any funding, or just, take a leftover product that is mostly finished and just give it a chance to premiere anyway. Yeah, this is not one of those good. This is not a good Netflix animated movie. It is not. Who do I blame? Well, this movie is also made by Pearl Studio. And to their credit, the animation of this movie and the other works that they've done are really good. They've been behind a lot of DreamWorks movies like the original Crew, How to Train Dragon 2, Kung Fu Panda 3. Like the animation, I don't really have a problem with. It's nice, it's fine, it's good. They also did Abominable, a movie I really don't like. They did Over the Moon, a movie that I like parts of, but can't say I like the whole thing of. Yeah, it's tricky. It is tricky, but I appreciate them for wanting to make new movies, not reboots. No, they are trying to, bring the Chinese mythology into animated features. And yeah, Chinese mythology is actually really interesting and pretty and unique. And God, I wish it could get a hit movie by now. It didn't do that with Abominable with me, which seems hard because how can they get a crypto movie wrong? By making it too cliche and boring and really immature humor. That's my issue with it. With Over the Moon, some moments are really gorgeous and wonderful, and other times it just doesn't know what to do with itself and it's kind of boring. Over the Moon is worth a watch, but it's just not, it doesn't hit that spot, And now The Monkey King is so bad. It's so bad, it's almost good how bad it is, like it's almost enjoyable, and then it just gets really, really bad again. It's a unique experience that I am now going to complain about because it's a waste. I mostly know the story of the Monkey King because Netflix also has this really corny, TV series on it called The Monkey King 2, but it's live action. And, instead of an anthropomorphic monkey, it's just this very handsome young man who's called the Monkey King. Like, he has all the same powers, he just doesn't have a tail or monkey features. Though I think he fights in a monkey style of kung fu, and that's cool. But yeah, I got kind of the main plot line of what the Monkey King is supposed to be about from that show. If you've ever seen TNT's Librarians, it's kind of like that. Yeah, and that's why I enjoyed that show. I did, though I can admit it's very silly. Though because of that show, I went on Wikipedia and I looked up the Monkey King story. He's just one character out of a huge, series of stories, but he's the most popular because he is a lot of fun. So I can get why they would want to make a movie about this character. The TV show did not continue, and I thought that was too bad. But yeah. It's really sad that they couldn't make The Monkey King into a good movie. But they just couldn't. They couldn't. Again, the animation was fine, okay? The choreography in it, the action scenes were fine. Whoever was making this movie, their idea of comedy is not only immature, it's just weird and not funny and makes me almost uncomfortable. It's just, I just don't know whose taste this is. No, I love good, bad TV. I really do. So that's why I think I couldn't make it through this movie. And I'll admit that it did not fit like a typical plot line that, a lot of other movies have done before. It didn't really, but even so, it's just mostly so mean-spirited that I couldn't really root for the Monkey King or any other character in this movie. Now, our anthropomorphic monkey hero is, for some arbitrary reason, hated by the other monkeys that he meets in the jungle. Yes, this monkey was born from a rock and has laser eyes, something I didn't see in the other mythologies. Again, silly weirdness. Yeah. First, it's just because he's an outsider who doesn't listen to grown-ups. But yeah, even after he starts saving other monkeys, yeah, they still are just not nice to him, and it's really aggravating. And it's just so unnecessary. I get that movies like underdogs, but I don't know, it just seemed really forced and unnecessary. I say again. I do admit that the part of the story where, there's a metaphor that one of the elder monkeys tries to teach him was where you are nothing but a pebble on a hand. It was trying to show humility, but just made him feel insignificant. And yeah, I think that's something, yeah, kids lose in time where, they try to learn the meaning of it and they don't get it, they don't believe it, and then it's approached in a different way and they get it. This movie does try to do that in a mean way. Yeah. And Monkey grows up bitter, mean, arrogant, and yeah, incredibly mocking to everybody else. He's a skilled fighter, but no, he's just not really a rootable character. Even though he tries really hard to achieve his goals, he does. He does it with a lot of cleverness. He's just, I don't know. He never takes a break. He just, ugh. I just couldn't root for him, and that's a pity. It's a pity because he was working really hard. That's the other magical creatures and figures in this movie. I don't know that much about Buddhism, but I'm pretty sure Buddha isn't a god that's in charge of other gods. So that rubbed me wrong. That was confusing. I don't know. Maybe if I read more about the religion and how people will mix their, like theologies and mythologies together to make more sense, but that was just weird to me. And the design of the other gods were strange. Like there was this like one god in heaven who was always throwing parties, had ridiculous like makeup on to, I don't know, it was kind of a weird thing of where men trying to be femme is ugly or a sign that they're bad people. Yeah, Disney did that in the 90s and I don't love it, and I didn't love it in this. And the part where, Buddha's like, hey, let's let him figure it out on his own, that's fine. But the part where this emperor was always telling the other gods, complaining about Monkey, I'm not worried about it, it'll work itself out. That was rude, that was bad. He couldn't just work around Buddha to try and help the fellow gods. He had no care or compassion for any of them. So yeah, that flatness I did not like. The other gods, they all had unique positions in their realms, in their powers, in the different places they were at, and their capabilities. That all was really interesting, but executed so, such trash. Ew, ew, ew. Ugh, I just did not enjoy it. The character designs, no. Admittedly, the villain of this series, the Dragon King, again, a waste. It was a waste in Raya, and it's a waste here. The Dragon King is beautiful and has a great outfit and such, but ugh, God. The skin issues, the part where he's trying to come off queer-coded but kind of bitchy is really annoying. Just, ugh. Oh God, and he has a musical number that is just so bad. I don't blame the voice actor so much for the bad musical number, as in the music was just kind of half-assed, that it was really icky. It was just icky to hear. Ugh. Oh, and the Dragon King's main problem with Monkey was Monkey took his talking toy stick. And that is the worst part of this movie to me. The stick was sentient, or I just couldn't. I like when inanimate objects are sentient, but when it's done in a clever way, when it's done in an endearing way. In this case, it's just a stick that's glowing like a cheap toy, and that really bugged me. And honestly, I think I would have respected Monkey more if it wasn't about, the stick. If Monkey had just messed with Dragon King's kingdom and this was all just petty revenge for spoiling a party, I would have liked that so much more. But no, the fact that they made the stick a character is really icky. It was just so dumb to me. I was embarrassed. More than one person agreed to that? That is so annoying to me. I can't. I just can't. Let's see. Our only female character that I can remember in this movie is, this anxious little peasant girl named Lynn who tries to be Monkey's sidekick. Yeah, she is scared of everything. She is not excited to be on this adventure. She's smart enough to stay alive, but yeah, she's just very unhappy with this whole thing. I feel sorry for the kid. I get why she was doing it, but No, no, she was a really sad little heroine. Sad, sad, sad. And the ending of this movie, I'm open to unhappy endings in animated movies. Okay, I welcome it. Mostly I get that in European movies. But yeah, I'm not against a sad ending or, a tragic ending. But, the fact that they couldn't just leave it tragic and try to give a hook of a sequel, I don't think anyone cares for a sequel for this. No, 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 no. I'm hoping and praying that somebody else tries to make an animated Monkey King movie because from what I got from this movie, like just the basic line work of it and what I got from the Monkey King series is there are a lot of characters and elements that could bring this whole thing together and make a really cool movie or series if it just was in better hands. And I wait for better hands to take the story because it is special and unique. And yeah, maybe there are other like live action Asian movies that have already done this and I should just watch those, but damn it, animation, I'm not giving up on you. One day, there'll be a worthy Monkey King movie. I don't know when, but one day.